Hi, Terry.
Hello, Anjali.
I have a question for you today.
I thought you might have a question. What's up?
So, you've heard of decision-making being such a challenging thing for most people.
I've had that experience myself.
And I often wonder what makes it so challenging and why sometimes it is so hard to make a decision or to choose the right choice.
Well, there are probably a lot of answers to that questions, but some of the more obvious ones come to mind that are probably most typical. For example, one of the things about wrestling with the decision is that it's something to do, and it's something you can preoccupy yourself with, and it's something you can fill your mind and your time with, instead of actually confronting the thing that's really bothering you. And instead of having the quiet time to introspect and fathom those things, it's so much easier to stay busy.
Right. And I also feel like sometimes that decision-making is a distraction that we are creating to be away from the actual problem.
Exactly. And as I was saying, it's very much the same thing that allows one to be busy all the time. Be busy with making this decision or preoccupied about it.
So what should one do in that case when they find that they're not able to make a decision about a particular thing? How can they realize that that's not their decision to make?
Well, the first question to ask is, are they in a position to make that decision? There are a lot of decisions in life that are really beyond us that we more or less pretend to have the power to make. But if it's a decision that we really can make, then the thing to do is to ask what it is that you want from the process.
Mm-hmm.
Not what's obvious, not what's easiest, but to look at what it is you want to occur. What's the end product? What's the result of making this decision in all of its dimensions? And if you can look at that honestly, particularly the interior parts of it, you can come to some focus about what's right and what you can do and what you're capable of doing.
Right.
So often I find people are upset about decisions that they can't possibly make, that couldn't possibly be in their purview or theirs to make, but they're upset about it. And I've often wondered what that does for them, allow them, other than that, they can be really emotional about something.
Right.
And if they're really wound up, they can be emotional about this decision, even though they have no power to make it.
Absolutely. And I think the decision-making itself can become such an obsession that people can really feel low in energy and low in mood because they feel like they have to make a decision. Sometimes it's okay to understand that it's fine. They don't have to make a decision.
Right. And although that's a kind of decision,
that's true.
It doesn't necessarily mean that you're forced to choose one of the options that you thought you had.
Mm-hmm.
You may have the option of just not deciding.
Right. Yep.
There's also a little trick a spiritual master once taught me for making those decisions in which you really are conflicted about this way or that way. And the trick is to take a coin and make heads one decision, tails the other decision, flip it, see what it is, and get your first reaction to it.
Mm.
And if your first reaction to it is, oh, no, then you know what the decision is. If your first reaction to it is, yes,
then you know what
to do. But it's a way of clarifying that first response, that very first response, that very honest response.
I think that's very helpful. Thank you.
I hope so.